welcome back to 3 at the Key for another episode. We are 6 episodes in. We just want to say thank you to everybody that has tuned in and watched and listened. I'm excited because I went to my first women's sports bar, and I will explain that in a little bit to y'all. But the Aces won the finals!
Woo!
So we do have some fun topics today. Of course, we got to talk about the Aces and all that because they did a full sweep, clean sweep, no crumbs left. And then we're also going to talk about some off-season buckets. So talking about like Athletes Unlimited and probably, of course, you know, our Unrivaled. But we're going to base off of AU. So sit back, relax, listen, turn us up because we lit. But, not really. But, yeah, see you in the next segment.
Alright guys, so we're obviously going to start off with off-season buckets. We've kind of touched upon Unrivaled season, and obviously we know a couple players are playing overseas, but a lot of people don't really know about where else our players are playing for all year round. Hallee, can you explain to us what Athletes Unlimited really is for basketball right now?
Of course. So Athletes Unlimited is still pro basketball. It's going to be your top 40 players that are available. So, like, for example, people do want to go overseas. People do want to do Unrivaled. So the people that don't want to do those things or, like, aren't, like, I don't want to say not invited, but, you know, they choose to stay here in the States because it is held in Nashville. So it's a 5-on-5. Again, same thing, but it's fast-paced. But yeah, so like the top 40 people, I mean, there's so many players going in this year too that I'm excited about. Liz is going in. I think Izzy is going to go again. Alicia Gray.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Maddie.
And TP, obviously, she's back.
Yeah, I'm literally obsessed with them. So very excited about that. But yeah, and I don't know. I feel like it's a really good program for people, again, that don't want to leave. Especially for families. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants to just have to go overseas. I mean, shoot, take me to Italy. But, like, no one wants to go overseas and play sometimes. Yeah,
No,
and then Unrivaled is such a small pick, too. So it's like...
Yeah. The thing that I like about AU too is that there's no owners or like traditional teams, so it's just completely like 100% like player focused, player driven, all about the players. And I think that's huge because that's really what it's all about. Like that's why we go, that's why we're fans, that's who's playing. Like it should always be about them and for them and all that. So and
they're honestly, another one of those programs that are like that, and that's I have mad respect to them for that. For them for that,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited to watch it. It's in Nashville, like I said. They play kind of like Unrivaled, I think, on the weekends. I'm pretty sure when I looked it up at the tickets, because that's another trip I'm trying to go to. But yeah, my poor credit card is racking up. But yeah, it's just I just think it's really good, and I respect not just to like obviously like go off of basketball because we do talk about everything, but they also have softball and volleyball. Like I have mad respect for them, like trying to make sure people are still being paid, and like
I think it's really like inclusive. It's an inclusive league. Yeah. Too, right? Yeah. Like there's you never hear anything about there being fights or negotiations or arguments, like anything like that. It seems very, very positive for everyone involved. And I think like in the sports world, especially for women's sports, we need more of that. You need more of that positivity. Like everybody should be excited to go to work and get to work with these amazing players. So I think that's great. I love it. Yeah, I agree.
I love it because, like, Jen's a softball player. Like, you can, there's so many, it's like, what do you do after college? you know? So, like, people that do want to, like, proceed to play softball, because unfortunately there's not a Major League Softball League.
Yeah.
This is, like, it. Or same with volleyball. Like, if you don't want to go overseas and play, like, you know, I know someone that goes overseas and still plays, and, like, you know, she does all that. So it's, like, if you don't want to, like, you're able to, again, it's a smaller league, but it's still here in the States, and you still make money, and you still, I mean, and then you have, like, the best players. Like, that's just...
And overseas is great. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with players
100%.
going overseas. It just, sometimes going overseas is another thing that players have to deal with. And it's a lot easier. Stereotypically, it's a lot easier when you're younger, when you don't have a significant other, when there's no kids, you don't have a house. But for players like Enrique, like Tosh Cloud, like Izzy Harrison, like they're all settling down. They're at those stages in their lives, and they don't want to pack up their whole family and go, you know, across the world, which I respect. Like, I would do the same.
And also, they've been in the league long enough where they don't need to do that.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like rookies get the chance to go out there and play with other people, because playing overseas is, I mean, that's, you know, still part of off season. So, like, playing overseas is amazing. I feel like for rookies, get that experience with the people, because people play different. People play different everywhere you go. Like, you go somewhere else, they're going to play more aggressive. You go this place, they're going to play this way. So, like, learning and adjusting to, I mean, that's what you have to do in the sport of basketball, is learn to adjust. You have to do that, because if not, you're going to look like the Dallas Wings this year.
All right. Too soon.
That's crazy.
Soon, Hallee.
No.
Hallee,
but,
you can't even start yet. Let me grieve.
Wow.
Let me grieve.
God.
But I love overseas too.
Poor girl's like enjoying her like giant corn dog stuffed animal, and she's catching strays on our podcast. Wow.
You know, that's not her fault though.
That's not crazy.
That's not her fault, and that's not anyone's fault. It's literally due to adjusting. You have to adjust to a whole new team, a whole new coaching staff, and they're gonna have to redo that again this year, which is not a bad thing, but
it's just another thing.
It's the adjusting. That's all it is. So So, Dallas Wings fans, I'm not throwing strays. I'm just saying that's a perfect example.
We just kid.
We know.
We
are aware. Trust me. We know.
We got an adjustment.
We are
a great example on adjustment. But super excited to watch them. You can actually catch them, I think, on ESPN.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to be able to do that. And then if you go have a women's sports bar, most of the time they are showing the game. So that's pretty cool too.
Yes.
But
no, I like AU. I think it's a great idea. Obviously, they were a thing prior to Unrivaled because they were involved in other sports in terms of softball and talking about it in terms of softball. That really is the only thing for softball after college. That's what you look forward to if you're high D1 level. Obviously, it's not glitz and glams. You're not going to get a draft like the WNBA does. But I think what they have done for at least the sport of softball, you can probably say anything about volleyball too, but like softball just got picked up by the MLB because of AU. And they're funding softball because of what AU is doing and how many viewers have viewed AU in terms of softball. So I wish they got a little bit more recognition for what they are giving. I feel like they're not as known. Like, you know them, but it's not like, hey, let me go tune in real quick. At least in a basketball sense, from what I see. Like, I know with softball, like, me and my parents would be watching all the time. Like, me and my teammates would watch all the time because obviously, like, that's high-quality softball. That's the best of the best. But with basketball, like, I remember last year, I think it was Maddie Segrist who posted something. I believe her team won, like, the championship portion of AU. And they posted it, or she posted it, or someone posted it. And I was like, oh, crap, I didn't even know that that was going on. And keep in mind, like, that was like the first season of Unrivaled last year as well. So it was a lot going on in terms of the community. I do wish they had a little bit more viewership. I do probably think that Unrivaled, as they should, has a little bit more viewership than AU does. And I would love to see their expansion on how they will push their narrative of the same. It's like the same concept of Unrivaled, but it's more of a low key, like, hey, we're here, but we're here to play basketball. You don't really see a lot of stuff on social media with them. So I would love for them to expand. I think they're doing a great job. I think it's a good thing to keep the players here. I think that's the whole point of both leagues in terms of Unrivaled and AU is like, hey, let's keep these players here, like you were saying, Hal. Let's keep them here. Let's not uproot them and move them to a different country. Obviously we see some players, like I'm just gonna throw out Lou Lopez-Seneschal, who is playing for her homage. So, like, you do have players that as well do that, which makes sense. You're playing for your home, your country. Like, that's also respected. We respect overseas. But obviously people, like, I'm just going to use Paige, for example, born and raised in Minnesota, and there's no homage. Like, she's playing for the Dallas Wings. She's not playing for the Lynx right now. And it's great to keep her in America rather than send her out to Italy. But I really love the idea. And I hate to say it, I do like Unrivaled and AU sometimes more than I like watching the WNBA because obviously if you're a new fan and you're just tuning in, you don't really know all of the stuff that's going behind the scenes. You don't really know all of, like, the drama and the heartache and what these players are really going through. And at least I know, like, at least from what I see, like, at teams like AU and Unrivaled and organizations like that, they are getting taken care of. They are getting what they need. It's not necessarily, yes, they're getting paid a lot more than they technically would in the WNBA, but they're happy. It's fun. It's what you want to see as a professional, like someone that's so into sports. You want to see a professional athlete love what they do because that just carries on. Like, imagine like your 6-year-old daughter and she's watching WNBA, but she knows what's going on. If she is like, she kind of knows because obviously like she is watching a podcast like us, or she sees it on Instagram because who knows what some of these kids are looking at now. And you don't want your 6-year-old to be like, I don't want to play for the WNBA because they don't look like they're having fun. It looks like it hurts, or like, wow, she's putting all of her effort into something that's not giving back to her. Like, watching something like AU and Unrivaled, it's like, wow, she's happy. They're having a great time. I want to do that when I grow up. So I think they're doing a lot for the league, whether if it's just the smallest things of keeping our players together. And again, like I said, it's not all about money. It's the fairness towards everybody in that league. And I think they're doing a great job. And obviously it's so appreciated because you look up to people and you want them to be taken care of just as much as they help you in the long run.
Yeah. And I love that they have the weekly drafts. Like, they're never on the same team. And I love that. Love that to death. Like, I'm like, learn to play with each other, but then that also can put you into a different perspective on, I know how you play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. I love that.
It gives that, like, that version of overseas, you know, you're constantly learning, constantly adapting, constantly have adversity. It's the same thing in AU, but it's contained and you can kind of figure, you know, you can figure it out. Yeah. You can be a little, like, sleuthy with it. And I think, I think it's great. I'm excited.
I really hope that some of the people that were in the draft last year and did not make the team because they were cut or something are able to also go do AU and just get seen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
I know
really, a lot of them are playing overseas.
I know. I was just gonna say, I wish that Cheyenne had played in AU.
I thought of that too before she went over to Israel, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with like Caitlin Chen.
That one's causing drama in and of itself, but I feel like
Caitlin's already overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She came back from Cabo and she went straight to.
She's also doing. Caitlin Chen, you mean? Is that who we're talking about? She's also doing AU though.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Again, that's not the break that.
No.
That's exhaustion on the body.
Talk about a healthy off season. Like that's.
Yeah.
That's
and that makes me so nervous. It makes me itch because I remember last year, I think I was sitting here and I was like on my social media, and obviously it's so hard to follow overseas basketball. Like when Nika Mule went, and I really had no idea what was going on because obviously like she's overseas, it's different time zone. And then you're scrolling through social media and you see that Nika Mule tears her ACL overseas, and her first game, I was like, oh my God, the PTSD hit hard and different. So, again, nothing against overseas. I think we appreciate overseas just as much as we appreciate these two leagues, but I would love to keep my girls here and safe in America.
Amen.
Yeah, I definitely think AU needs more views.
I agree.
Because a lot of people that claim they're fans or something need to realize that it's not just the W they do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the W, should we wrap up the season?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, right. Yes.
Let's get into it. All right, so like we talked about in the intro, we have a new WNBA champion, the Las Vegas Aces. 3 championships in 4 years for A'ja Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, and Coach Becky Hammon. Wow. What a history-breaking season for them after losing by 53 to winning. Wow. In a clean sweep, they did it in 4. Phoenix didn't stand a chance.
Mm-mm.
They had it.
See you next year. The Aces had this one on lock. Yeah, so exciting. A'ja became the first player to win Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP. Right. Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, and the league MVP in the same season. She's the only player to have done that. I would just like to say again that A'ja's not even 30 yet. Like, witnessing her prime in real time has been incredible. And the ceiling just seems like non-existent. Like, she just keeps getting better and better and better. So I can't wait to see what else happens. I'm so excited.
Did you guys see on Instagram her in the pixie cut?
Yes.
I literally
was scrolling. I think one of you either sent it or I was just scrolling on Instagram, and I was like, who is that? Zoom in, and I was like, oh!
Well, Hal and I were on the phone yesterday, and I don't know. I didn't see anything, so I could be wrong. But Robin Roberts did rock that haircut for a very, very long time. And I think because she was going on Good Morning America, she did it like to kind of troll Robin Roberts. That's what I put together in my head.
But why? But like she like ate. Like she kind of ate. Like I was like,
it was giving. It's giving Kris Jenner. That's what.
I saw everyone's reaction, and the only person's reaction I wanted to see was Bam's.
No, for real.
Bam was having a field day with those.
Bro,
you smell like beer.
The whole freaking after the game, you smell like beer.
You smell like beer.
She's like, reel it in. He's like, reel it in. Like,
I keep seeing like TikToks of like other people like pretending to be them, and like him going to bed and her with the tambourine, like shaking the tambourine, and he's like, go to bed, and she was like, when was the last time you won the champion? I was dead. I was like, that's so funny. And honestly, like, it makes me so emotional because obviously they kept things under wrap for a while. And obviously media really picked into them and found out a lot about them, and
Sydney Colson
like no, literally seeing them like embrace at the end of the game, it made me emotional because she was just like, thank you so much for being here for me. And I'm not like, and I'm not going to like bash any men, trust me, I'm not. And I think I talked about this in the last pod, but like, he knows that she's better than him, and he absolutely loves it. He prides himself that he is her boyfriend.
Yes.
And I absolutely love that because I feel like you don't see that much anymore.
No. In my head, they're like the basketball version of Taylor and Travis. Like,
yes.
They're literally loving basketball.
Bam just idolizes Asia. Mm-hmm. And like you can tell just the way that he literally was in Miami and flew to Phoenix to be there for the finals. He was there with her parents.
Mind you, it's preseason.
It's preseason. Like, this is important for him. It's important for his team, his season.
He's the captain.
Right. Like, he is in charge. Like, he is in charge, and he said, actually, guys, I need to go. I need to go see the love of my life win a championship. Like, my woman, my woman, my woman. And I'm obsessed with it.
Like, thank you. I mean, from what I know, thank you to the Olympics to putting them together. They probably could have been together before then, but
shout out the Olympics, for real.
Shout out Olympics, Paris. Thank you.
Have you guys ever seen the video of Coach Dawn talking about what was in her trash can?
Yes.
We won't say anything, but like, y'all know, so it's just funny.
If you know, you know.
Because I'm like, oh, bam.
No, but guys, like, seriously, like, this championship, I feel the whole time was in, like, of course, I would have loved to see the Liberty versus the Aces or the Lynx versus the Aces. But there's so many beautiful storylines behind this championship in terms of the players, like Jewel and Liz, like, all of that. It's like, it's almost like your stars aligned. It gives me, like, I always compare this. It gives me, like, when Paige won the Natty. The stars were aligned and there was no stopping them.
It really did. Like, it felt like God was on their side. And Jewel said a good thing in the post-game interview that I just, bars, as Jackie Young said. Like, I think that it just needs to be on record in this episode. She said, I was written off and exiled, but I ended up in the promised land. And I think, like, that's just, it's so, like, it encapsulates this entire season. Not just for her, but for Liz. Liz went from the worst team in the league to first. Like, after
she got her first
blindly being traded, and now she has a ring. And I think that's just incredible. So much history, so much storylines. I'm so happy for that.
It's also her growth she's had.
Yeah.
And then, like, also for the people that have, like, been there, like Chelsea getting her third, and, like, her son being there, like, this is his first, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, all these, like, good stories. And,
when she started talking about her son, with Hallee, I lost it. I was sobbing. I was like, this is just, it means so much to them. And, like, I don't think that people realize that, like, to everybody else, like, it's just, like, a game that they're betting on. But, like, to these players, like, this is their world, and this is their life, and this is everything that they've wanted. And it's just, it makes my empath, like, heart just so happy.
No, yeah.
But also,
and I just, like, it makes me...
Sorry.
Go ahead, babe. It makes me happy because I fear, like...
I can't.
Wow. Okay, Jen, go first.
Okay. It makes me happy because I think, like, obviously, being a Dallas fan, you only see negative, and on my Twitter timeline for X timeline,
I know, you saw... It's Twitter. It's not X.
Yeah. No. You saw people, like, talking about the Aces, like, oh, they're not as good this year, oh, they suck, like, oh, like, because I think they had, like, a little bump in the road where they were losing a few games back to back, and you, like, saw their body language and their faces, like, everyone was talking mad disrespect on the team. And they were literally saying, like, this team is not a ranked team. This team's not even going to make it through the championship. And honestly, like, they shut the haters up. And, like, I couldn't expect another team to do that. I will say, like, I know that we are going to shake our heads. I'm just going to say quickly, like, the Mercury had a great season. No one would have. I couldn't even predict that the Mercury was going to even make it as far as they did.
Yep.
And truly they fought. They fought hard.
Yeah.
And obviously the Aces had one end goal and they weren't leaving without the end goal. And that's so hard to get through when it's just they knew what they wanted. They were going to play as hard as they possibly could play to get where they got. And you know what? Mercury was just unfortunately in the way of that. So
Right. But kudos to them. They did a good job. Hal, what were you going to say?
Oh, well, I was just going to say, like, people also don't realize, like, at the end of the day, they won 2022, 2023. Last year they didn't win. But also look at who they lost. They lost half of their team. So there's such a family dynamic because that's how Becky has it. She has it as a family dynamic. So at the end of the day, like, they lost their team. They regrouped. They figured it out. I mean, they lost KP. They lost Sid. Like, those are two people that bring a team together. Not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Like, they lost so much more. They lost, like...
they lost Kate Martin.
They lost everybody. So it was... Well, not everybody, but, you know, like, half the team. So, like...
Yeah.
For them to come back, get their ground, get their stuff together, and work together, they were able to do it.
100%.
Yeah.
So, because I feel like they would have done last year too. They could have had it, but again, they're having to adjust to a whole team. You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole adjusting again. Like, it takes time. So it just proves that, like, if they keep everyone who's on their team, which I think if, you know, they trade people, I think they can have another chance of going back to back, skip, back. Like, I could see it happening again.
Right. Not to be the Debbie Downer, if you will, but next season is completely up in the air.
It is.
Like, just in general, unless you're on a rookie contract and I think it's Kalani, is it Kalani Brown and Lexi Brown and Kalani? There was a couple. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Unless you're on a rookie contract or you're those two people, you're a free agent. Like, this is huge for the league. Like, everybody is a free agent. They can go wherever they want. But just to quickly talk about it, Kathy is still in the CBA negotiations. Those are still going on. Meetings are still being canceled. You know, Kathy's calling
people are coming out saying way more. People are calling her out.
Right, and it there's a lot of pushback, and so those negotiations, they're due at the end of the month. They're due in a couple weeks. We're looking at an expansion. We're definitely looking at a lockout potentially for at least the first couple weeks. So I don't know. The off season for the W is really up in the air and unknown. And going back to the, you know, off season opportunities that these players have, like, thank God. Like, thank God that there are 3 different opportunities for these players, because we don't know what's going to happen.
I don't think we'll go in a lockout, though, because Adam Silver won't let that happen. Because at the end of the day, that's who's in charge. And he's realizing now, like, especially when Candace Parker just called Kathy out so bad, saying that, like, Adam reaches out to me for everything. Adam congratulates me. Adam says, so sorry, like, da-da-da-da.
Yeah, she said that he texted her when she had her 3rd baby. She got a gift for her 3rd baby. Kathy
retirement,
didn't say anything. All that stuff.
So
and then
he's
said,
realizing it.
Like, congratulations once to her, like, in person almost a year later or something.
Yeah, which so it's crazy. Like happening where, like, you know, he's gonna start seeing it. Mind you, the season just got over, so we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I mean, after the Aces game, that was embarrassing.
Yeah,
you to get booed and you not even being able to say any words, like, you're
right.
literally
like
getting
it wasn't like there was a few boos here and there. Like, it was
the whole stadium.
People in the background flipping the cameras off while she was talking.
Like, she is.
You're no longer respected.
No.
Yeah.
No. It was like it's
and
like
the players didn't care. Like that was hilarious. I mean, it's not funny, but it's like
it's sad.
It's like you made your bed.
You made your bed and now you have to lie in it, unfortunately. Yeah. And I think that you can only do so much backpedaling, and I think that her way of backpedaling was saying that Nafisa Collier is lying, and she didn't say any of those things. I don't think that was the best route, if you will.
Yep.
I think everyone is on the same page where we're standing with Fee 10 toes down, and Kathy is the problem. So
no, yeah,
that's completely my piece agree on it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it makes almost so much sense, and if you look at the bigger picture of everything that has happened this season, like, the players are not just gonna randomly be like, oh, let's go against Kathy, let's turn the gun to Kathy and put her at her at this point. It's obviously a lot of build-up, obviously a lot is going on, and it stinks because it's like you see Kathy trying to, like, make up for it, and I don't know if it was in terms of, like, I don't know, like, now when you see all this stuff, you're like, when you handed out the Rookie of the Year trophy to Paige, were you there to actually just honor her and be like, hey, here's your trophy, or were you just there to be, like, to be talked about in a positive way? Because obviously a lot of negativity even came out from that. For, in terms of the whole what happened last year with Caitlyn and now obviously Paige. I don't know. I think if it was anybody else that exposed her, some people would be like, oh, we gotta pick sides. But I believe, like, with Fee coming out saying it, who is and was and ultimately, no matter what, is going to be the perfect option to speak a word about it, everyone is going to look at Fee. Everyone is going to stand on Fee's side. Just because it's Fee doesn't have a past of, like, a bad past. She's a very good player. She's a very good head on her shoulders.
She's one of the 4 UConn alums that can read.
Exactly. And I just think Kathy at this point, like, at this point, you need to step down. And I hate saying it because I don't want to see the league go into, like, a blackout. I don't want to see, like, something that could be great turn into something that's really bad. But at the end of the day, you need to see that you are the problem. Yeah. And either fix it or find somebody else that's going to do these players right. Like,
you can't build a house on a rotted foundation, and I think it's become very clear. I think it's become very clear that Kathy is that rotting foundation, and you need to remove that if you want this league to continue to flourish, which we all believe that it can. We all know that it can. This is the best league in the world, and there's more people every day learning that and realizing that. But as Fee said, like, we have the worst leadership, and it's a huge problem that needs to be fixed immediately.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's just like, it's just sad. It's so sad.
All she had to do was speak the truth. Yes, I said this. I messed up. I shouldn't have said this. I apologize. But now, since when she's like, I never said that, or like, that wasn't said, something like that. I can't quote her, but
I think she said
all of a sudden now everyone's like, all right, so here's what you have not said. This is what you have said. Like, here's our take on it, because this is what, like, even Tasha Cloud just came out with something.
Yeah.
She just said something.
It's just like
more people are talking about it. NECA went on Stu Bird's podcast last week and talked about it.
Yep.
Like, it's a problem.
And at the end of the day, like, you're actively, and I'm like, obviously there was a lot said, and we talked about it last podcast about what Fee came out and told the press in her exit interview. There was a lot said, but you specifically said a lot about, I'm not going to, like, obviously you guys know what I'm talking about. It's very hard to talk about somebody that has a big following behind them in a negative way. And she talked about two people that have very big followings behind them and very loyal fans.
Right.
It looks really bad. Like, it looks really
It just
bad.
looks bad.
Right.
And obviously, like, I don't want to... You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure the people that listen know exactly who these two people are that she talks about. And it's very...
It left a bad...
It's
also,
very
what
bad for the
wasn't
future.
Appropriate.
Huh?
Yeah.
What she said was not appropriate at all.
No, it's not.
Get on
it's
your
not
knees
how you
is
want,
crazy.
It's not how you want the league commissioner. Like, that is the person that is overseeing this entire league. You do, like, what? Like, why would you ever think that is appropriate to say to another player who also is the co-founder of another league?
Yeah.
That's paying their players.
Right, like, are you dumb or stupid? Pick one, because I don't understand. Like, it's just, what? Anyway,
Exactly.
We could go
and it makes sense. Like, that's why she wants to take down Unrivaled so bad.
Yes,
that's why she doesn't want her players. I wouldn't even call the WNBA Kathy's players. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, they're not.
No, they're
not.
Gold and Silver's players.
But on a more positive note, because I am sick and tired of Kathy.
Yes. Enough about
But you know what I'm not sick and tired of? I'm not sick and tired of seeing college basketball all over my feed.
Yes. I enjoyed my Indigenous Peoples Day. Yes.
No, so did I.
And what was on our screens? UConn. And also the rankings came out.
Yes, absolutely. The AP Top 25, we have UConn standing at number 1.
Of course.
South Carolina at 2, UCLA at 3, Texas at 4, LSU at 5, and the rest goes on. Obviously, there is no surprise here. I know there was a little talk about UConn not being number 1, and I was kind of angry about it, but I'm happy that they are. I don't know. I'm so excited for this season. I think there is so much in store for all 25 teams that are on this AP poll, and I just want to start getting my March Madness bracket like up. Like, I'm sorry, I put UConn in the championship because let's go. I'm ready for March.
And we all have healthy thoughts.
No, literally.
Yes.
And
we're manifesting a healthy season for UConn. We're manifesting a back-to-back championship. Yes, let's go.
And just obviously to vaguely touch. Go ahead, babe.
Speaking of that, injury update for South Carolina. Chloe Kitts is out.
Chloe is out.
Chloe Kitts tore her ACL, and she said that she is out for this season. So that is a huge.
That is a big loss.
Blow, bummer. I feel horrible for her. I feel, that one. Dawn knows what she's doing. Like, I have trust in her and in that team, but that's gonna be hard loss for them for sure.
Those are big shoes to fill.
Huge.
Those are big shoes to fill. And obviously wishing a healthy season on all 25 of these teams and every team in college women's basketball right now. Obviously, my main focus is UConn. I believe, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because I did not see the entirety of the game. I do still believe Morgan Shelley is out.
She was out.
Yeah.
She was out.
I do believe she's still out. We are not sure of what. We know Gino keeps it very quiet on what is going on with his team and injuries. But we love to see Super Senior AZ Fudd getting her thing done. Yes. And let me tell you, I will never stop talking about it. It is weird. And I know we all are excited for this new season. It's so weird. It is very weird. And it's all over my TikTok about a certain number 5 not being out there. But I did love seeing a starting KK Arnold.
I did too. It was awesome. It was nice.
I think it's a good pace. Obviously, first game jitters just got out, and we got a lot of games to go. But I can't say that last year didn't worry me either.
They have so much work to do.
Yes,
we have
they do.
some layups that need to be worked on, you know. But that's what an exhibition game is for, and it's practice, and I think it's right ball sharing. You know, we have things to work on, but we're gonna whip these girls into shape for March. They're gonna be fine.
I think it's so funny.
So it's okay.
I would love to hear that.
I think it's so funny seeing Kaylee Heckle in a UConn jersey, but I actually love it. So,
yes.
She is such
I actually really do like it.
She is such a dog.
She is a dog.
I really hope they put her in more because she can do it. She's one of those.
I really do think
she's a silent assassin.
Yes. I do think she's going to take on that role that KK Arnold had last year. I think she's going to be our spark off our bench. I do think moving KK to her starting position, permanent starting position, is a great thing. I think she has that energy. Obviously, Gino talked about it when Paige and AZ were playing together, that Paige doesn't really think, and AZ does a lot of thinking, and putting KK in that mix of, I believe she plays a lot like Paige, of the no thinking, just playing aggressive, being that spark. I think putting her in the starting lineup is a great thing. Sarah, you know what? Sarah Strong, I mark my words, she will go down in history.
Oh, God. It is incredible that she is just a sophomore. Like, the things that she has done, the things that she is doing, like, wow. She's a beast. Like, she's past a dog. Like, she's a beast. Like, wow. Oh,
yeah, no,
she's for their first game. Their first game's in Germany.
Yes. No, me too.
Yeah,
their first game is in Germany. I'm excited for the Tim Fudd. Wow, the Tim Fudd vlogs. Content. Yes. Let's go. I'm so excited. But I think yeah, because the ones from when they went to Croatia are always still on my YouTube. Yes. But no, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a different UConn team than we're used to seeing. Obviously, because everyone is so used to seeing Paige as a leader, and with her not there, I think I just find it so funny. I was watching the press after the game, and people are like talking about like they don't got Blondie to help them out, Sarah and AZ, and I thought it was really, really funny. But even Gino said Sarah's talking in every single huddle, and that's exactly what they need. And I think we're going for another natty, and I don't think no one's changing it.
I think we're gonna get I think they're either gonna get yeah. They'll be up there.
Yeah. I think a top contender is gonna be South Carolina. Obviously,
Texas.
They're always a top contender. Texas has some great people. Really good. Texas has some really great people. I really can't speak on USC. But I'm so excited. I'm super excited for this college season. I'm ready for a healthy one. I'm ready for just like teams getting gritty. Like, I'm so excited. Yeah, but you guys want to know what else I'm excited for? I heard, Hallee, you went to a cool little sports bar.
Yes, I did. Let's talk about that.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's go.
So, for game 2, I went to a bar called 1972. It's a women's sports bar. They show all the games. They're actually partnered with Together and AU.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's so cool.
So they show all the games. I met with one of the co-founders and owners. Her name is Deborah. She is amazing. She's the most down-to-earth, chillest person ever. And like, as a bartender and like someone that's like managed a restaurant before, she is working her butt off in there. Like, she was slinging drinks, she was passing food. Wow. Like, she was like, no, we're a team. Like, we're a team, da, 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 da. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, I love
That's awesome.
I love that so much.
But, I'll put the clip when I interviewed her, but that bar is one of, like, the most coolest bars I think I've ever been to. Like, you just can relate to them and everybody in there. Like, they also had, like, I didn't even know, and this is so bad, there's female disc golf. What is it called?
Oh,
really?
Did not know that, but they had every single sport on that was on at that time.
That's so cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah. They also had, like, a bunch of, like, autographed jerseys from, like, different people, like, sports teams. They had the autographed Dallas Wings thing in there. It was so
That's so cool.
They have a whole outside area too, where if you don't want to sit inside, you can literally sit outside. And then their foods and drinks. Of course, you know me. I had to get my espresso martini, and it was so good.
I know. I was gonna say you look like you were having fun.
Yeah.
The text and the videos that we were getting.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so cool. And then even, like, Dalton went with me, and, like, even he was like, "This is a cool bar." Like, he was like, "This is pretty cool." Like, so just, like, for everyone to feel welcome there, and, like, because you don't get that. Like I said, when you go to a bar, like, even on the finals, when I went to 54th Street, like, I was like,
like, is anybody else watching the game?
I've had that, like, experience before. Like, I went to a bar over the summer, and, like, the Wings were playing the Valkyries, and I asked the bar to, like, put the game on for me, and they looked at me like I had 8 heads. And so then they put it on. They put it on for me because they were like, I'm just going to shut this girl up, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I had, like, this group of guys, like, around me, and they didn't know what to do with me. They couldn't understand what I was watching. And I was like, it's not that different from, like, the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics playing, so I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And normally I hate it because I have to, like, I'm not an iPad kid, guys, but I take my iPad everywhere when it comes to game days because I want to watch games.
Yeah.
Same.
Like, no one shows Texas volleyball. No one shows, you know what I'm saying? Like, the teams I actually want to see.
Yeah.
Which most times is women's sports. Like, so for me to be able to just go in there and then her be like, they have TV screens everywhere. So she's like, yeah, pick your one, da, da, da. They also had, like, you can tell, like, their little groups that were in there, like, their regulars. And they had, like, they were playing bingo, like, WB. Which I want to do like for fun. Unrivaled.
Yes.
They had, I mean, every time, like, Debbie came by, hey, you doing good? Hey, you doing good? Like, it was just, like, she just cares. And they make it, like I said, so welcoming. At first, it was just me and Dalton when we walked in there, because obviously, like, I met with them early. And then it was, like, boom, packed. And I was like, I love it.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
So, like I said, they host so many events. They also had, oh my gosh, what was it called? Oh, I'm having a brain fart. But they had this 50-plus basketball league.
Ooh.
Like, senior basketball league.
Okay.
And she was like, if you want to ref, you can do. I said, ugh.
And you're like,
that's so funny.
That's amazing, though. Imagine they're, like, ballers, like.
Bro, so it's, like, really cool. And, like, she has a lot of cool connections. And it's just, like I said, the environment they have in there is so welcoming. It's so comfortable. And, like, I'm so excited to go explore more. Like, when we go and do more things, like, I'm so excited to do that. Like, next summer's gonna be...
There's, like, women's sports bars, like, popping up, like, all over the place.
Yes.
And I know, like, the Sports Bra, that one, they're bringing a location to Boston soon. So when they do, you guys will
catch me in Boston, bro. Catch me in Boston.
Catch me in Boston.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I loved it. It was super cool. But like I said, there'll be a little clip at the end of this. If you're in Austin, you need to go check it out. It's literally also right smack dab on campus. And I love that.
I love that.
Awesome.
And like, she was saying, like, the girls will, like, come in, like, the players will come in, and, like, I'm like,
oh.
That's so cool.
That's great.
Also, yeah, we toured also. We didn't tour, because obviously it's UT, but, like, we went and, like, because UT was playing an away game that week, so I was like, let's go walk around, because no one's going to be...
Yeah.
Out and about. Yeah, that's fun.
UT people are a little crazy. Like, But it's such a beautiful campus. So for them to have that there, it's just like a bonus. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
It was awesome. So I feel like they need them everywhere because, like I said, it's hard to find a women's sports bar. And it's not like being sexist or anything. It's just hard to find a bar that will turn on a game. Because obviously, if it's predominantly men and they want to watch freaking golf,
it's gonna be golf.
Is gonna be on.
And I don't care for golf.
I don't either. Except sometimes I do.
Boring.
Sometimes I do if I'm playing. Then I'm just driving the golf cart. But
I'll go to Top Golf and I'll play that block game, the block glass game.
Yes,
but,
yeah.
I'm not doing 18 holes in the blazing heat.
Yeah, no way. You're bugging.
No.
But yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. We're gonna go back again.
I'm so happy that you had a good time. Now I'm gonna come visit so we can go.
No, literally. I want to go so bad.
Yeah.
It was so cute. But yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
Peep the video. Alrighty guys, I am here at 1972 with Miss Deborah, and bar's amazing. Obviously y'all are going to already see it, love it to death. Alright, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
What inspired you to start this?
My wife and I knew that we wanted to do something in retirement and with purpose for women or for athletes. And so we actually heard about it in 22 with the bra. And then we went in 23 to Rough and Tumble and we saw it in person. And just seeing the community they had built, it was so inspiring. We said, we got to go check it out and think about Austin. And that was our inspiration.
I feel like this is the best location too.
It's right at campus. It's right in the middle of Austin, so it helps a lot.
Yes, definitely. Why was it important to highlight women's sports?
So the truth of that is, one, my wife and I both consume a lot of sports. Now she's active and does a lot of sports, and I just like to be the fan. And but for us, I worked for corporate America, and it was all about money.
Yep.
And she works in education and gets to do something meaningful in her everyday career. But we wanted to do something that was for women and for our LGBTQ plus community. And the women's sports bar is the perfect combination. You don't have women's sports without our LGBTQ population, right?
Yep. You got your power straights and everything.
You do, right? You got everybody, but you've got so many players who identify within our community. And so they go hand in hand, and it was just perfect for us to do something with purpose for both of those communities.
I love that. I literally love that. When I came here, I was like, I just saw it, and I was like, this is it. This is it. Question is, what makes the vibe different here than in a different sports bar kind of thing? And I really feel like just the welcomeness I felt coming in, and it was amazing. I literally felt like I could just come in and not have any problems or anything like that. Ask for a TV and not get yelled at.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think for here, we've got a great staff that really create some of this vibe. They love the people that are here, whether you're a tourist, traveling, a regular, coming in for the first time. They really get in and, take care of the customer. We've got plenty of televisions and plenty of sound isolation where we can play multiple things and put people in different places. And I think it's just different because, it's a ton of women here, for one. We still have, listen, we love the men, okay? We have a lot of allies out there in the men, that come in and love what we're doing and love the space. And so we love them here too. But it is primarily a women fan base. And so I think that makes it different than your typical sports bar.
It's more
it's comfortable because the others are more men-based.
Yeah. What is your favorite part of the community that comes in? And also, guys, there's a 50 and up basketball group here. I will have to cover that also.
Yes, we have the Grannies Basketball League here in Georgetown, Texas, visiting with us today to watch Game 2. Remind me of the first part of that question.
It was, what's your favorite part of the community?
Yeah. So while Austin has a large population, we're also still sort of a smaller feel. And so we do see a lot of people over and over, the regulars. And so when they come in, it's like almost like you're going home at a holiday. Everybody's hugging you. Everybody's thanking you for opening the space and loving what you're doing. So I think that's probably the best part, is when somebody just loves it and is so friendly. That's one of the reasons we did this, was for connection.
Yeah.
People are not connecting enough.
Yep.
And COVID didn't help with that, y'all. I mean, we have got to connect with each other and get back to that human kindness and the love. And so that's my favorite part of this, is everybody who comes in here, they are loving on everybody. We see strangers meeting and talking about a game. They leave friends.
Yeah.
They're connecting, and that's one of the main reasons that my wife and I wanted to do this. So that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, I love it. Like I said, it's just welcome, open arms here. Like, just love it. All right, last question. What's your best moment at the bar yet?
My best moment is March Madness, the first month that we were open. We had a young man come in, and he brought his grandmother, and she was in her 80s, and LSU was on the screen, and she wanted to watch the LSU women's basketball game. And when I walked over, she took my hand, and she tears up, and she's tearing, coming out of her eye, tears. And she told me, while she held my hand, that she never dreamed in her lifetime that she would see a place like this.
I love that.
And she would not let go of my hand, she just keeps holding on to my hand, and she was just so sweet. And we've had a few others that are kind of similar to that, but I think that's probably the moment that stands out, is that, here was a young man, knew about us, and brought his, someone that he knew it was going to be special for.
The sentimental part of it.
Yeah, and then he still comes in today. He's one of our regulars to watch all the sports.
I love that. He's like, Grandma, I got you.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you so much again for coming on, and y'all need to come out. I'm going to have a whole segment. Y'all already know.
1972,
Austin.
Austin.
Come on. All right, guys, that includes another episode of 3 at the Key. We want to thank you again for watching. Like every week, subscribe, rate, 5 stars. Don't know if y'all know, but we are on YouTube, so all of our videos are also being posted on YouTube if you don't on Spotify. Want to give a huge shout out to Miss Deborah from 1972. Thank you so much for letting me come in. You were amazing. Can't wait to go back. Literally see you in a couple weeks. But yeah, guys, so we'll catch y'all next week with more yapping.
Bye, guys.